Hey there everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom, and today I'm sharing with you my summer reading list. So welcome back to Creative2xmom. My name is Lee and this channel is all about good recipes, great books, homeschooling, and thriving in the day-to-day. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll hit that subscription button down below and follow along in our journey. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you so much for joining me. Today's video is going to be all about the books that I have on my summer reading list. It's summer in our home. We follow the traditional school year calendar and I'm really excited to have more time to read. So I have a list in front of me of the goals that I'm hoping to accomplish in about the next 3 months and I wanted to share it with you. The first book that I have in front of me is by Seth Godin. It's called Meatball Sunday, which is really funny. Is your marketing out of sync? Now, this author was suggested by Di at Being Mommy with Style, and the book that she had was called This is Marketing. I have not been able to get my hands on that one yet because it's on the wait list at the library. So if I can get that one before the end of the summer, that's going on my list as well. But I did find this book, and I thought it would be really good. He seems to be into marketing and using social media as a way of getting your message out. So I'm going to be picking up that one. Typically my reading in the summer is very light, but I figured this would be a good time to brush up on a few of the basics and maybe learn some new things. The next book that I have in front of me is a reread, and it's kind of an older book. It's called Leading Women to the Heart of God. It's by Lisa TerKeurst. This book is one that I read when I very first started working in women's ministry and started leading our women's group at the church. I remember it being really valuable, but it's probably been about 10 years since I've picked it up. So I'm going to be rereading that one over the summer. The next one is called The Courage to Become. It's Stories of Hope for Navigating Love, Marriage, and Motherhood by Katia Hernandez Holmes. I was gifted this book by Ingrid at Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles a few months ago. It's been sitting on my bookshelf waiting to be read. This is typically more my light reading for the summer, so I'm looking forward to that one. The next book I have in front of me is called Momentum, What God Starts Never Ends. It's by Eric and Bill Johnson. This again has been on my reading list for a really long time. It talks about sort of that leading in a way that you inspire the next generation to inspire the next generation to inspire the next generation. So this is one I've been wanting to read for a really long time. I think number one as a leader and number two as a parent, I'm hoping to find some inspiration and some value in this one. The next book I have in front of me is called Sacred Marriage. It's by Gary Thomas. You guys have heard me talk about this book again and again. It is my absolute top favorite book for any marriage, whether you are struggling or you are just looking to refresh or you have a good marriage and you want to keep it that way. This is a great book. I read it probably about 10 years ago, and I'm looking forward to rereading that one. I got a hold of Better Together by Pam Barnhill. This was gifted to me by Schlese at Sodbuster Living. She is an amazing homeschooler, and I'm so thankful for the way YouTube has connected us because she's also an amazing friend that she sent this to me. It's one I've been wanting to read for a really long time. You guys know that I have a strong belief in having your family together for homeschool time and nourishing those bonds. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. This is a reread as well. It's called Teaching from Rest by Sarah Mackenzie. I really liked Sarah Mackenzie's Read Aloud Revival. Really liked it. This one I read last summer. It's a very quick read and I didn't feel, I don't know, everybody brags about it, loves it. I didn't think it was all that great, and I'm wondering if it was just the headspace I was in at the time. So I'm going to add it to my list this year, try it again, and if not, then I'm passing this one on. And then I have the Mandy collection. Did anybody read these as a kid? My daughter is reading through them, and she kind of inspired me. I remember loving them as a kid. So I'm going to be reading those, as many as I can possibly get through. The next book on my list I am going to be getting from the library is called After Tuesday Morning, I believe, by Karen Kingsbury. You guys know that I have been hooked on this series ever since it was suggested by Ingrid at Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles. I struggled to get through the first one because it was so sad and so emotional, and after that I have just been absolutely books on this series, and when I found out there was a third one and that my library had it, I'm on hold for that one. The next book is on my Kindle and it's called World Schooling. I'm not even going to try the author's name, so I'm going to put a photo of it in here. I'm always looking for new ideas and inspiration in our homeschool, and I really think that there is a lot of value in making the world your classroom. Even if you're not going to be traveling full-time, as a lot of people do, I think just getting out of your home and finding experiences in day-to-day life is so important. Not just sitting and working in a workbook, because that's so not going to, I don't feel like that transfers well to adulthood. So I'm looking for some inspiration on that one and possibly some encouragement. The last book that I'm going to be reading is actually a review book, and I'm really excited about it because it's the first time I've read this author. It's called You Can Trust God to Write Your Story by Nancy DeMoss Molgowith. And I've heard April at The Simple Rugged Path talk about this author a lot, but I've never read any of her books. So I was really excited to join the review team for her book. So I've just barely started this book. I just got through the introduction yesterday, I believe. So I'm excited to see kind of where she takes it. It is a little bit in depth. It's challenging me to think for sure, but that was part of the reason why I wanted to pick up one of her books as well, is that I think that she is a very deep author and she's not going to just be fluffing stuff. So that is my summer reading list for 2019. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you are reading or what you are challenging yourself to read in the months to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.